So yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to character class. And in today's lecture, I'll be teaching you how you can bake your characters like professionally. Okay, so first of all, you need few things before moving on to the character baking. Is you need a few kinds of files, and that is low poly file, and another will be high poly file. Okay, so first I will like to talk about the merging. So the whichever parts needs to be merged should have a distance between them, because after baking, like in the baking process, you will be using cage. In the high poly system, high to low bake, there is a cage. Every software uses a cage to transfer high resolution details to low poly. If the model have less distance, then cage will get overlapped and the details of the one model will get transferred onto the another model. So make sure the distance between the model has like a minimal amount of distance so that the keys will not get overlapped. So now you need few files. This is low poly file. You can see I have merged the parts in such a way that every part have a distance. And in the same high poly file also, I have kept the distance same. So you need to have the same amount of file in the low poly as well as in the high poly. You can see this, the character which we're working right now has been divided into 6 folders. You can see right here. So for now, I will be demonstrating this part, and this part, like fifth part, has three main parts. So first part is this part, second part is this, and third part is this. You can see in the low poly and the high poly both are same. Whichever software you are working with, it doesn't matter. Just make sure the files has been arranged in this way and export each and every file separately. Now, so this character file has been divided into 6 files. First is blend files, which this is my primary software for sculpting and modeling. Your there will be ZBrush, Maya, 3ds Max, whatever. Next is marvelous file, which I have used for creating clothes, and then render files. Next comes substance file, which I will be using for texturing, and next come the final textures, which will be exporting from Substance Painter for Unreal Engine. Then comes this main folder, this export folder. This folder is mainly for the FBX files and the texture files, which I will be using for bakes and combining the textures. That will work too. Okay, but make sure the positions of each object are same. Okay, so right here you can see that my folder has been divided into 6 main folders. So here also in my desktop, I have also divided my folders into 6 main folders. Okay, for now you can see that character 1 I have divided into 4, then bakes, character 2 final bakes, 3 main bakes, final maps, and then bakes. Because so in we will be baking individual pieces, so for individual pieces we need separate folders, because we cannot combine each and every textures in just one folder. Okay, so now right now I've been working with the fifth part. So here I go to character 5. You can see we just have 3 parts. So that's why I have created 3 parts for each and every FBX. Every file contains high and low. Okay, here part 2, you can see 5 to high. So I have created part 2 and then high and low. As I said, I will be using individual bakes. So part 1, when I will bake it, so I will be saving textures in bake 1, and part 2 in bake 2, and part 3 in bake 3. Now after combining all textures, we will be saving in this folder. Okay, and then we will be taking out a separate bake inside Substance Painter, and that bake we will be saving here. So after combining all the parts, we will be saving here. So yeah, that's the concept of file management. And make sure every character is being naming with suffix high for high poly, and for low poly there should be suffix low. Okay, because we are transferring from high to low, so software should know कि this is my high poly and this is my low poly. So we will be using 2 softwares, Marmoset Toolbag and Substance Painter. So here I'm in Marmoset Toolbag. Now right click and add bake project. Click on load. Then go to FBX file, character 5, part 1. Select both the files and click on open. This is my file. I will adjust some settings, but before I need to make the output. Okay, I will set to Targa because we want high quality bake, and for this first part I will be selecting bake 1. Now rename it to bake and then save it. Now few settings I need to make. Samples I will be using 64, paddings custom, then set it to 4. Then I want just normal map, curvature map and ID map. So I just need normals, ambient occlusion and curvature. So I will be just using those. Make sure these are check-in. Increase the resolution to 4K. And now I can proceed with bake. So let's bake the model. You can see our bake is done, but still I can't see the details. That's because we haven't enabled the preview. So click on this P button and then you can see our bake is complete. But you can see we have some errors, and that is this part. Rest part, the normals is being covered. Cage is working properly. Since we have this error and there is no such errors in the other parts, so I need to check the UVs are correct or not. Okay, you can see we have some black shadows here. So I just need to check if we have correct UVs or not. You can see I have combined all the UVs. Now, since I have updated my UVs, I will export this once again as a VX file. Make sure these options are on and then go to main file, character 5, part 1, delete the low part and save it. Now here in Marmoset, I will just reload it. So now I will click on bake once again. Let's see if this error happens. Okay, we're still getting these error. I will change the position of this model a little bit upwards so that we have distance between them. But since we have changed the model a little bit, so we need to adjust this part also. Okay, either you can leave it like this or else just positioning some. Okay, so now we have like a good amount of distance between the models. Now since we have adjusted the low poly, so now we need to adjust the high poly as well. So I am here in my high poly file. Click on enable. So now I am back in Marmoset once again. I have fixed all the issues. Now go to bake 1, save the file, delete the previous files, name it bake. Now reload the models from here. You can see we have our model here, and now since I have tested and all the bakes are working fine, rebake, and now you can see our bake is finally done and we have a clean bake for this part. Now let's move for part 2. Now I will change the location for my textures. Select bake 2, targa and bake. Click on bake. Okay, our bake is finally finished and I don't see any bake errors apart from these, because like since this is a hidden part, so I don't need to worry that much. Let me see I can fix this part or not. I can click on bake once again. Okay, it's almost gone, but since this is a very small part, so I can leave it like that. Browse, load the third part. Let's delete this material. 64, all settings are okay. Now click on bake. I can see the preview and hopefully this part is also good. So you can see our bake is being done nicely, and I have got every little details. So yeah, we have got 3 textures. Now I can close Marmoset So we have three textures, target textures. Now we need substance bake. Now what I will do is I will export all the parts from low poly as a FBX file. Click on all the parts, select all three parts. Now export this as a FBX. Now go to character 5 and export it like this. Click on new, select OpenGL. Now go to and that file, character 5, select this file and click on OK. Since Marmoset exported the OpenGL format normal map, so I just check this OpenGL. Now click on OK and load the file. Okay, you will get all these parts. First of all, I will decrease the resolution from like 512 or maybe lowest. Click on make mesh maps. Now I just need ambient map, ambient occlusion, common settings. Turn on this. Will bake in 4K. Now padding value I will set it to 8. Anti-aliasing 64, and I will leave this all settings as it is. Frontal distance I don't need to worry because we are using low poly as a high poly. So now click on bake. Now our ambient occlusion map is ready. You can see a preview there. You can see we have baked our ambient occlusion. Now what I will do is I will see this in 4K. You can see we have the highest quality bake here. Now press Ctrl Shift E to export the texture. Since the preset is Unreal 4, so we'll change this to mesh maps because we need just map. I don't want any compression or I don't want any merging maps, so I will just leave it like mesh maps. Now file will be 4K and dilation like padding I will set it to dilation plus transparent, and the value I will set it here 8. Now I will specify the location. Now I will go to the previous folder, character bake, Call of Duty. Now go to export, bake mesh, FBXN, yeah, part 5, substance bake, and select the folder. Now I will just click on export and our bake is done. Okay. Now for the timing I will leave this file like this only, and I will decrease the resolution to 512. Okay. Now press M for material preview. Now delete this map. So now our all the maps are ready to combine. Now we are here in Photoshop. Now I will just go to bake 1, select all the maps and drag it here. This is our curvature map, this is our ambient map, this is our normals. So now I will import them all maps one by one. Now go to this file, drag and drop the normal file. Now go to AO map, drag it on top of each other. So now, very important step, since our all maps are here. So now we will be combining all these maps. Very important step, for normal map, go to blend mode and click on overlay. For this part also click on overlay. So now our all the maps are combined here. For AO map, click on multiply and click on multiply. Now here we have exported the substance bake. Now drag it here in this file and now move this downwards, hide the layer, click on magic wand tool and press somewhere around like black parts. Now press backspace to delete. Now unhide all the layers, click set each layer to multiply, and now we are ready to export. I want to just leave it like this, so I will just export character 5, our final textures, set it there, rename this to AO. Now do the same for other maps, and here for curvature map I will use the same blend mode. For this part I will use overlay, and for this part also I will use overlay. So now our final textures is ready. I can now import it here. Now go to final textures, select all the maps, drag and drop to the substance painter. A menu will pop up, then now define it with textures, select the current file and click on import. Now put the maps in the slots, and now you can see, and here we have ambient occlusion. Now I can just increase the resolution to 4K and you can see we have a nice bake. You can see we have extracted, we have so many details. You can see the fold, then stitches, then grenade. You can see these all. So we have successfully baked our material, and these textures are perfectly fit for this part. So yeah, that's it for the video. And now you can also preview the other maps. This is ambient map, this is curvature map, and this is normals. This part is empty because this part doesn't have any high resolution details, but you can see here. Although you can add details like little details to here, but since I was facing hardware limitations, so that's why I didn't manage to give details to these parts. But if you have a bigger system, then you can add details. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you like the video, then make sure to subscribe the channel, like the video and comment down. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Also, you can reach out to me in Instagram. And after commenting, there will be a hype button. So just press on hype and give some points. So yeah, see you in the next video. तब तक के लिए take care.